Alright, guys, so we had some uh, unfortunate but not end of world things happen. Basically, I recorded everything, but I was just talking to myself for like an hour because I didn't have any audio. So that's super fun. So basically, we're just going to be going over the fun parts quick. Gonna hopefully make it a bit of a shorter episode. So all the fun parts uh, I'll slow down and like talk over, and the rest will just be sped up. And then the next episode will hopefully actually have the audio of me playing the game live because I know that's a lot more interesting. So after level grinding Beak up a bit, the first thing that we wanted to do was find a Growlithe in this patch of grass over here, get a new encounter. Lucky us, we find it, we got Sucka out, he's going to confuse ray this thing, and I think he's our best bet to take this thing on. So I'm really excited here, I'm like, nice, we got confused, things are working out, no, roar. And since we left, it's basically like counts as us having not gotten an encounter. So that super duper sucks, obviously. So no Growlithe for us here in this route. Luckily though, moving forward after a bunch of these battles, oh what? What's happening? Oh yes, Sokka. This guy that's been with us since Mount Moon, finally evolving. Look how badass this thing is. I am just so happy we have Sokka. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Checked out his stats. They are looking pretty good, actually. Like, the defense is bad in my opinion, but not by much. So, this is a pretty well rounded Pokemon. Like, I really enjoy it. So, after Succo evolves, we just clear out everyone here. There's like, I don't know, maybe a dozen trainers. Let's count them. Like 10 trainers. So, not too much interesting happens. So, I was going to speed this part up anyway. It didn't really matter that we lost the audio. But the whole time I'm just like so bummed that we didn't get Growlithe because obviously I've said it probably a million times. I'm Brother Arcanine and I wanted an Arcanine. He's not actually. I mean, Arcanine's not that great if you don't have TMs and stuff, but uh, he's. I mean, obviously he's my favorite Pokemon. So I really wanted to catch the Growlithe, and I was really bummed out. You know, that we're not going to get a chance to catch him. But then I realized the route that's right beside Celadon, we have another chance to catch Growlithe. So I, beat all these guys up as fast as I could, and I sped over to that place. So I wandered through this grass for a few minutes, and finally we find our Growlithe. Super excited here, so let's just see what happens, because, it was now or never to get our Growlithe. I had Mary Jane out this time, obviously weak to Growlithe, but I was like, we can outspeed, sleep powder it. I was like, damn, nail it, but it wakes up. So it's like, okay, you can't miss any sleep powders because this thing could roar us at any time. Uh, Luckily, we get it to sleep twice, land two sleep powders, hit a crit, or not a crit, but hit a cut, and I'm like, okay, I'm not risking the cut, and I definitely am getting this Pokemon. So using our only Great Ball, this Pokemon's got half health, it's asleep, and yep, we managed to catch Growlithe. Absolutely excellent. Couldn't be more happy about it. I was so freaking happy when we got this thing, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll probably speed up actually, so maybe you won't see. Hey, of all, we name it Brother because Brother Arcanine. I mean, right now it's just a Growlithe, but it can be Brother Growlithe. And then we're gonna go right to the Pokemon Center in Celadon City, and we deposit power because, frankly, Mankey's not that useful, and we have Brother. So now we got our Growlithe, and we got a Spearow, so I'm like, you know what, Erika, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you hard. There's no way you're gonna be able to stop us. Before I fight Erika, though, obviously I'm going to battle all of her trainers. I battled one really quick there in the speed up, but this was like the only battle that was like super close. Things got super risky, and the hacks were just like so real. Like, literally, I thought I was going to lose someone to a freaking Bellsprout. So basically, it poison powdered me, and then it just starts rapping over and over again. I'm like, well, goddamn, this Pokemon is so strong. Like, it's not like crazy strong, but I mean, look at this. I'm like, okay, you can't stay in. You're getting wrapped and poisoned to death. So I'm like, okay, brother, it's your time. Time to go in. But brother just gets stun spored on the switch, so I'm like, okay, we dodged that. That's good. Let's get an Ember off. We can definitely kill this thing. Wrong-o, that's like a 3-hit KO. So, okay, we get poison powdered. I'm like, well, that's pretty poop. But we can definitely take this thing out, right? Yeah, we do. Well, I was like, okay, so we got nothing to worry about now. That super annoying uh, Bellsprout's out of the way, and we can definitely take on a Weepinbell because we are brother. But wrong. Weepinbell is faster than us, and it starts doing the exact same thing that Bellsprout was doing. We're stuck in poison and getting constantly hit by Wrap. So I'm like, okay, we need to switch out into something that can deal with this thing. I don't really know what to switch into. I think Brother's our best option, or Sukka's our best option. Hits me with Sleep Powder. Just predicts the switch, gets me with Sleep Powder. I'm like, are you friggin' serious? This goddamn Weepinbell. But we wake up, and yep, we're stuck in a Wrap. So I'm like, okay, this isn't the end of the world. We're going to break free eventually. Should outspeed it, and then we're going to hit it with a Confuse Ray. Land the Confuse Ray, because I'm pretty sure it's 100% accurate, but not super sure. Breaks through, hits us with a Stun Spore. So now guess what? Yeah, you guessed it. Breaks through our confusion and wraps us. Now that we're slower, he can continuously wrap us. We're just stuck in wrap. So it takes me a long time to realize, but Sukka, he's just not going to be able to stay in on this thing. I keep hoping, like, we'll break through. Like, I was like, nice. Maybe he'll not go for wrap. Just we'll get lucky. And look, nice, a critical hit leech life. All we need to do is land one more. So I just keep waiting, keep hoping he's going to miss or go for something else. And no, he's just going to keep going for wrap until it's just like, all right, we have no choice. He's going to keep doing this. No point in potioning. Let's go into Jimmy. He's super fast. I know Weepinbell doesn't have a grass type move because we saw Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, and Wrap. So he doesn't have a grass type move, and Dig will one-hit it. So let's go into Dugtrio, or Jimmy. So go into Jimmy, and on the switch, he uses Stun Spore. And I'm like, well, Jimmy, you're 5 levels higher, you're super fast, just go for Dig. No, it doesn't matter. This paralysis has got us slower than the Weepinbell. So now we're stuck in the exact same situation. Jimmy's in the exact same situation as Sukka, and I'm just like, well, goddamn, what are we going to do? Like I said, doesn't have a grass move, so I guess we'll go into Squirty, and Squirty definitely can hit this thing one time and kill it. So we send in Squirty, and on the switch, luckily no Stun Spore, but he does hit us with a friggin' Sleep Powder. So I'm like, well, this sucks. I'm going to use an Awakening, and we're going to go right back in and kill this thing. Wrong. He like predicts that I'm going to use Sleep Powder, goes for Sleep Powder again. So I'm like, you know what? This game's broken or something, and it can clearly predict, like, based on when I use a heal before, like, ahead of time. So I'm just going to wait to wake up on my own, and then hope he misses the Sleep Powder, and we're going to hit this thing with a bite the first chance we get. So luckily when I wake up, he goes for Wrap, and I'm just like, okay, it's just a matter of time now. All we have to do is just wait until this Wrap's done. He's not going to take us out, and then we're going to land the bite and finally win. And then after we finally win, this last, she has the gall to tell me, you're too rough. I'm too rough. You almost killed 4 Pokemon. That is rough. So basically, the main problem that I had with that whole freaking, the reason that thing was so annoying was because I didn't have any paralyzed heals, so I'd go all the way back to Lavender to get paralyzed heals, do some shopping, because I didn't want to do it in the Celadon because I didn't know if they'd have like way better things, so I just decided to do it in Lavender. So did some quick shopping, got some Great Balls, some super potions, and I think I got some awakenings and paralyzed heals. Obviously, they were like the reason I came, and antidotes too, because they have poison powder. So then we go all the way back to Celadon and fight these people in this gym here. Pretty easy, especially since we have our nice paralyzed heals. I was feeling really happy, really good about that. Train Brother up a bit. Obviously trying to get Beak all leveled up, and I'm like, what? Nice, finally. Beak is evolving. About damn time. Well, I mean, we didn't have it for that long, and we only had to go up like 7 levels from where we got it, and that was literally last episode as a Spearow. So in one episode, it goes up 7 levels and evolves, and I'm just like, Beak, Excellente, let's heal you all the way up. You are good to go. Now we just have to stomp through a few of these trainers, and we're going to be able to fight Erika. So we beat up all of her trainers, and then I'm like, alright, let's heal before the big boss fight here. And then when I go back and heal, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have been a fool this whole time, because we've been able to get Fly, and we've been trying to beat this gym with just Peck. I mean, it's super effective, and we're doing okay, but Fly is going to make this so much easier. So I get it, teach it to Beak, and I'm like, alright, it is time to battle Erika. So gonna take this fight nice and slow because it's the big boss fight, and even though we don't get my live reactions, it is fun to just kind of, you know, actually enjoy the big battle that we were all waiting for. So I decided to lead with Sokka because I'm like, hey, you're a flying type, they can't really do anything to you, they especially can't poison powder you, and if they go for their stupid stun spore thing, then we've got all the paralyze heals, so let's just get you to take out this first Pokemon. It's a Victory Bell, as you've already seen, level 29. I'm like, wow, this thing is overpowered as hell. I'm so glad we have like Pokemon that are like type effective enough to beat this thing. And yeah, Sokka, wow, just like completely cleans up Victory Bell. I'm like, you know what? You could probably take out this whole gym on your own. I was underestimating you. I mean, I said you were well-rounded, but you are just tanky as hell. But I'm like, you know what? We trained Beak for this gym, so let's send in Beak. And luckily it was just a level 24 Tangela. I'm just like, alright, like, why didn't you lead with the level 24 and kind of scout me out instead of leading with, like, your strongest Pokemon? But anyway, that's not up to me to decide her decisions. Constrict makes my speed fall, which is super crappy, and then Bind is basically Wrap, so I'm just, why they had two different moves for the exact same purpose is beyond me. I guess there's a difference between wrapping someone up and binding someone up in the world of Pokemon. I'm not at all sure what it is. So we obviously kind of get stuck here. I'm like, well, shit, like, we're slower, so he's got us in a bind trap, because that constrict. Like, we're basically stun spored, but we don't have a paralyzed heal. Like, paralyzed heal won't help us out there. So I switch into Brother, and luckily it misses its bind, but I'm like, brother, you're so weak. I don't even think you could take Tangela out. I'm not going to let you get, like, all constricted and shit. So switch out again, and it gets constricted, but it doesn't get the speed drop, so I'm like, nice. I know a Peck will take you out, and you're not worth a fly, so eat a bag of dicks. Here you go. And then we got good old Vileplume coming in. I'm like, who wants to take you on? You know what, Sokka, you did really good, and Beak, you're hurting, so let's get out this Vileplume. And Vileplume's, you know, like a Victory Bell with the whole Stun Spore wrap thing could take out Sokka eventually, but Vileplume's got nothing for Sokka. Like, congrats, you got Mega Drain. What's this gonna do? Oh yeah, like 5 damage? Okay, yeah. Have a good life. You're confused, and you're getting leech lifed. Yeah, we're gonna kill you in like 8 hits. It's gonna take a little while, but we're definitely gonna kill you, especially if you keep smacking yourself. That's just gonna speed things up for us. So obviously, Erika, super easy fight. We got this battle, no problem. And we are obviously gonna get conferred. I think that's the right word. Conferred is the right word. We're gonna get the Rainbow Badge. So, excellent work. Sokka, I wasn't even planning on using him, and he just came through and beat 2 of her 3 Pokemon. And, yeah, really glad that we were able to bust through there and win this. And then I got rid of Teleport here really quick, and she gave us Mega Drain. So we're going to eventually teach that to good old Mary Jane, our glue. So obviously crappy that we lost the audio, but on the plus side, it made it a super quick episode. Hopefully it makes up for those longer episodes I made. If you guys made it through this video, thank you so much for sticking with me and enjoying this whole Nuzlocke with me. It really means a lot. So next time, hopefully there will actually be the live audio. I'd like to make the promise, but if I make a promise, then the universe karma will probably just, you know, crap all over my computer and like delete everything. So for the sake of safety, I'm just going to say hopefully there will be live audio in the next one. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. This has been Brother Arcanine. Peace out.